What's up, MMO Attack fans? This is Super Zero here, bringing you a first impressions video for Marvel Avengers Alliance, a brand new browser-based MMORPG published by Playdom. And we can choose our own character here. We can choose between male and female. And I gotta tell you right off the bat that there's very limited character customizations available. We can go ahead and click play now and take the basic template character, or we can customize. Character customization basically boils down to a few things. You can change your hair color and hairstyle, and you can change your facial features. And here we go. And we're gonna go ahead and click play now, and it's gonna load for us. And basically, here's going to be a little tutorial for the combat. You're going to see several different story cutscenes. This game actually seems like it's somewhat story-based, and that you'll take all these missions, and each mission is a little self-contained story. You'll have lots of cutscenes and lots of banter back and forth between not only party members, but people like Maria Hill and Nick Fury. Okay, so she says, last time you'll see this training room agent for this final test. All safeties are off. We'll go ahead and click next. You'll face a salvage sentinel that has been set to kill you. You'll do well to avoid that, she says. Okay, basically here's how combat works. You can see your menu on. You can see, of course, on the bottom left is your health and stamina. Your stamina sort of functions as a mana bar every time you attack. Certain parts of your stamina are taken away, and then eventually you'll have to recharge your stamina. And then, of course, on the bottom right is the health bar for your enemy. And you can see that big glowing green arrow that's pointing towards that gun that's telling me how to attack. So I'm going to go ahead and click that gun. And then, of course, it says select an enemy. So basically, you just select your attack. You'll get more of them as you level up. As you can see, a lot of them are locked right now because we just started. And then you select the enemy which you want to attack, and we'll go ahead and hit that guy. And we do quite a bit of damage to the guy for just a little bit of gun. Of course, he does quite a bit of damage to us. And basically, that's how combat kind of plays out in this game. It's sort of a, whoa, okay, I got damage there. But Maria Hill says, you're not finished yet. Shield provides supplies that can give you an edge over the toughest enemy. Yeah, use one of the grenades in your inventory. I don't need a grenade. I need a health pack. Yeah, for this grenade, you just click a button there, and then of course you click the grenade, and then you can drag the grenade all the way over to the sentinel, and then pretty much kill him in one shot. But yeah, that's pretty much the way combat plays out in this game. It's turn-based, very, very similar to something you might find in a JRPG, something similar to maybe a Final Fantasy game, which is really, really cool, I think. And it's pretty neat for a browser game. It's actually one of my favorite browser games that I've actually played. I don't really have a lot of experience with browser games. I'm sort of limited in that regard, but this is pretty neat, and I like the artwork too. As you can see, the artwork is very, 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 very much comic book inspired. So here's Nick Fury here, which he does look suspiciously a lot like Samuel L. Jackson. And he says something's happening, Agent. A massive pulse has hit the planet. Everything is down. Well, everything but our helicarriers. Oh, there's Black Widow. Anyone up there? I need backup down here. Aim is targeting. Widow, we've got it. Nick Fury. And basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to rescue Black Widow. And it's going to, well, before I say that, okay, you can see here your hero collection, Iron Man recruited. From time to time, you can, I don't know if this is true because I haven't played that far into it, but I would think that as you progress, you will unlock more characters, but you can also buy them at certain points in the game. With items, you can buy certain heroes to add to your collection. As you can see, there might be more than what's shown here. But as you can see, just by looking at the window here, there's a wide variety of different heroes you can recruit that also, again, that all sort of serve as party members. So basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to rescue Black Widow, and it's going to teach us how to use our healing abilities. So we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, it's talking to. This is a little tutorial message talking about battles and energy. Starting a battle costs energy. Energy refills over time. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And here's our map. It's going to tell us what our recommended level is for this area. And if we want to go ahead and start the fight, we just click this little highlighted building here. And there she is. We're going to team up with Black Widow. A lot of times, and you'll probably see this in just a few minutes, but before you actually recruit an agent, a lot of times you will, quote, team up, unquote, with said agent, and it gives you a little bit of a preview of how they play before you actually become in possession of that agent to join your party. So as you can see, Black Widow is in our party, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to click Fight. Okay, here we go. And now these guys, yeah, they're going to do a lot of damage to Black Widow, but that's okay. Believe me when I say she's in good shape here. This is all intentional because the game's going to provide a tutorial telling you how you can heal Black Widow. So she's supposed to be taking that much damage. See, Iron Man says Widow's been hurt. Check your inventory for a health kit. She needs it. Without you, we don't have access to shield supply, so try not to get blown up. Okay, so you see that green arrow pointing to that little box icon down there at the bottom. You just click that, and then of course, you have a numerous variety of different items, of course, that you can pick from, all sorted out through different tabs. But what it's wanting you to do is wanting you to be on the healing tab. Actually, you can't even click on any of the other tabs if you wanted to. You're going to click on the first aid pack, and then you're going to drag that first aid pack all the way to Black Widow, and then you're just going to click on her right there. And there, as you can see, she gains 108 hit points, and now you can go ahead and go to town on these enemies. So we're just going to go ahead and use our basic attack on these guys. Again, I don't really have any attacks other than the basic attacks for each of my respective heroes that I have. And these guys die very, very quickly. There's actually, later on, there are actually some pretty challenging fights, but this is just trying to get you used to the game and used to the mechanics in general. And we're going to go ahead and kill that guy. And I do like I think the animations are pretty cool. I don't claim to know how this game, in terms of the software they used to make this game, I would assume maybe Flash, but whatever they used to make this game, I do like the animations, even though it's not the most technically impressive browser game I've ever played. And basically that's just a battle overview screen telling me I've gained some experience, and I got a reward. And let's see, one aim EMP prototype. I think we're going to end up using that later, but I'm not sure. Okay, this is going to tell us that Black Widow is a part of our team now. And as you can see, Black Widow recruited, and her portrait lights up right there in the hero collection to prove that you have her as a hero. And we're going to go over here and click this next one, Power Armor. Looks like we're ready to face the boss. And we're going to assist Captain America. And this is what I was talking to you about, the team-up ability, which Captain America is not actually a part of your team. He's not a hero that you possessed. And throughout the time that I've actually been playing it, I never got to the point where Captain America joined my party for good. So this is just an example of you will team up with characters that you may not actually have possession with right away or in the immediate future, but it gives you a taste of how these characters actually play. And as you can see, like I said before, Iron Man here, he's talking about using the prototype EMP grenade. And believe me, it's going to tell us what we need to do. So the very first few fights, they really hold your hand and teach you how to play. So we'll go ahead and click fight. So 3 versus 1 fight, but this guy packs a punch, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to have to use that EMP grenade to slow him down a bit. And again, Captain America only has his basic attack, which is a shield bash, but when he uses it, he inspires leadership, which is a sort of a buff. And okay, Iron Man's going to attack now, and he's going to use a repulsor ray. Does about 14 damage, and see, he just did 42 damage to me, or to Captain America, and then he did some kind of AoE which nearly killed all of us. Iron Man says, yeah, now's the time to use that EMP grenade. It should fry his circuits and slow him down. So basically the same way we use that health pack, what we're going to do is we're going to use the EMP grenade. So now we're going to click the EMP grenade, and we're going to drag it over to the power armor, and it uses it, and it fries the circuits and removes his haste. And haste probably means attack speed or damage output. I'm not quite sure. I don't think that was explained in this tutorial, but whatever, it makes him a lot weaker. Oh yeah, it says he loses a turn. So in a turn-based game, basically that is, in essence, he does attack slower. It says he's down but not out. He needs some help. Looks like you have a distress call available. Activate it. So we're going to click this button here to activate the distress call, and there's Thor that just kind of pops up out of nowhere and one-shots the guy for 636 damage. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and close out all of that. And after you kill it, and pretty much every boss you kill, and maybe for certain other enemies that you kill, you get rewards at the end, and they're sort of randomized here. You can see that you have quite a wide variety of different rewards in which you could pick from, but then the cursor just kind of goes around randomly and then selects one for you. Okay, distress calls. Recruit your friends and visit them to give and receive distress calls. let's see. Okay, here's where it's going to tell me to invite allies. Basically, this is just kind of, you ever played a Facebook game where you're doing like a Farmville, and as well to do this, invite 20 friends to use the service. But that's just basically what this is. It's telling you to invite your friends to come play the game, but we don't want to do that right now. So there's Thor. He says, "Well met, Agent. Perhaps later we will raise a glass together, but this battle is not over. Captain, your shield is needed." Iron Man, I need you and this agent back at the helicarrier's flight deck to send Black Widow on a remote op. You heard that, man? Let's go. Okay, we're going to exit the map. And this little thing is basically just telling us, of course, we can press the exit map button to exit the map. But it also says in future missions, there may be optional or hidden challenges beyond the boss you can pursue. Keep your eyes open, Agent. Okay, so we're going to click exit map, and it's going to tell us mission complete. And we can press the share button. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think there's any way to link this to a social networking account and where you can share it like on your Facebook page. But if I were not in full screen, you could sort of see that this whole game has sort of a built-in social networking sort of shell built around it, and you can press that button, and all of a sudden it'll pop up, and everyone that's playing it sort of off to the left side of the screen can see that, oh, so and so name did so and so. And that's also how you chat. This game doesn't really have a chat window like in a more common, even more common browser-based MMORPGs. It just sort of has a status message sort of system, and you can, I guess, chat back and forth that way, but I haven't seen a lot of people doing it. So we don't want to share any of that. We just want to close this out. And now we're back at the helicarrier. And Maria Hill says, trouble in Newark, critical resources are there, and our main network is down, which means no research. Send Black Widow on a remote operation to recover those resources. So now, okay, well, you just unlocked the flight deck, use the flight deck to earn silver, use silver to buy items from the store. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And basically now it's going to teach us how to use heroes on remote ops. So you can see down here that little word, the little icon with the Z's and the little ship underneath it. We're going to click that, and we're going to go ahead and click Send Hero, and it says earn coins and XP by sending a hero on a remote operation. So we're going to go ahead and click Select, and there's Black Widow there. We're going to select her, and we're going to confirm, and now she's going to go on an operation. Remote operations, of course, it says you just sent Black Widow off on a remote op. Remote ops will generate the silver needed for training, research, supplies, and gear. A hero needs to accompany the remote op and will be unavailable until it is complete or you abort it. You can abort a remote op at any time. Unlock more flight bays to run more simultaneous remote ops. Upgrade the jets to earn even larger payouts. While Widow's on the remote op in Newark, check your missions and get back to the scene ASAP. Okay. So here we are. Here's how you can select your missions. Of course, you can select the mission button, and it's going to give us not much of a choice. You have to pick each mission, I think, in sequential order. Some missions are cash shop only. I believe you actually have to pay real money to access. You have to be a premium member to access them, but I'm not quite sure on that. Okay. Maria Hill says we're not the only ones that notice the energy signatures that pulse up behind. Intel places Hydra and Viper at the scene in the meat packaging district. Nick Fury says you're on your own now, Agent. Stop Hydra and stop Viper and try to find out what they're after. Okay. It's going to tell us new tasks. What is this? Unlock PvP and choose a hero. Complete this quest to unlock the Agent versus Agent challenges of PvP and earn a bonus hero to join your team. Okay. Unlock PvP, defeat 25 enemies, help the Agent reach level 4, complete Chapter 1, Mission 4. Alright, settings in full screen, we're already in full screen. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attack these enemies. So the only heroes that we have with us right now is, of course, myself, the generic Agent, and then Iron Man. So we're going to go ahead and click Fight. And these guys, they won't put up much of a fight. He's going to hit me with a hand grenade. But I'm going to go ahead and attack him. And as you can see, I do a lot more damage to him than he just did to me. And Iron Man's going to finish him off in about one hit there. So, okay. And probably, yeah, this guy's going to take about the same amount of damage, so we'll get him too. There he goes. Now he's down. It says you win. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just skip all that and click continue. New task. We have a weapon at the store that might be of use to you, agent. Yeah. Basically, okay, now it's going to teach us how to purchase and equip weapons and items from the store. So you see where that green arrow is there, so you can just click the store button, and here's the store. Right now, it's going to just basically give us this thing. It's going to make sure that we have the available funds to purchase this weapon. So the Spirit 76, we're going to click that item, and then we're going to click buy. And of course, we're going to say yes, and it's going to automatically let us equip it by pressing the equip button. And we're going to go ahead and click OK, and then we're going to go ahead and fight this next set of enemies. And even though I equipped, or I should say this, you'll see that as we play, as my character, when he gets his chance to attack, equipping an item or equipping a weapon in the sense like I was talking about earlier, it basically just means that I now have two attacks to choose from. I have the attack with this more powerful gun, but I can still attack with my other gun if I needed to. And but it doesn't really look like going to have. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, okay. The needle gun, which is my first weapon, takes up 10 stamina. The Spirit 76 takes up 27 stamina. So if I continue using the more powerful attack, of course my stamina is going to go out quicker, and I might put and later on when the game becomes a little bit more difficult, I could easily put myself in a bad situation that way. So again, you have to sort of decide for yourself which attacks, which abilities you want to use. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and fight Viper. And Hawkeye is going to join us for this mission. He's going to be a guest character. Now, you do get him fairly soon after this. I don't know if we will get that far, but in my original playthrough, we did. Combat store. Okay, now this game actually, something interesting. In addition to having a store, like a common cash shop, it also has a store which you can buy items in the in combat. And this is what it's talking about here. Combat store. You can now access an in-combat store where gold can be spent on life-saving and tide-turning power-ups. So we can go ahead and click OK. And there's a number of different things we can purchase. Let's see what combat team restoration, restoring health, combat cluster grenade, deals damage to all enemies. Combat localized nullifier destroys a single enemy. Let's use this. Oh wait, we can't use it. Get more gold. Okay. So about the only things we can use is the team restoration and the combat cluster grenade. And I think again that you can generate gold without spending real money, but if you need more gold for any reason, you can spend money that way. There's a window in the game that you can press, or a button you can click on to open a certain window in the game, which then you can say, okay, well I want to spend $5 on X number of gold. So again, it works. This game is very, very similar to, like, not really a browser-based or a browser-based game like you might think of in a traditional sense, but it's really more really to me resembles more like a Facebook game, something you would play on Facebook. And I think if this game was on Facebook, it might be a lot more popular than it is. Not to say it's not popular, because I assume that it's popular. I don't have any reason to say it isn't, but I'm just to say this really does seem to me like something that would be absolutely perfect for to put on Facebook. And I might want to go ahead and use my first aid pack on Iron Man here, who probably won't be able to survive much longer. So we're going to go ahead and use the first aid pack. And as you can see, the boss fights, like I'm fighting now, these guys, they definitely pack more of a punch. And I just used that health pack, but she's already got me down to almost lower health than I was before. So we'll use the frag grenade. And then I have one more attack, and that's going to finish her off, I think. Yes, it does. You win. Okay, we're going to go ahead and skip all that. And there we go. Boss reward. Let's see, what can I choose from here? It's going, well, I mean, it's random. I don't really get a chance to choose much of anything. You receive 5 command points, and command points, of course, are used to unlock heroes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click accept. Thanks, Fury. Your backup did the job right. We need to follow that target agent. Return to the helicarrier. Well, That's about it for this first impressions video for Marvel's Avengers Alliance. If you liked the video, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe. For more content, visit MMOattack.com for MMO gaming news, reviews, opinions, giveaways, and other general awesomeness.